A woman who was ordered deported in 2015 somehow lived in America for 10 years.
Okay.
And now the woke left is claiming that she's the victim because she finally got removed.
The 19-year-old college student detained by ICE while trying to visit her family for Thanksgiving, then deported against a judge's order, now speaking out.
It's been hard.
Days before the holiday, Ani Lopez Biosa, who is undocumented, tried to fly from Boston to surprise her family. But just as she was about to board, ICE agents pulling her aside and taking her to a detention facility.
As soon as I got there, I burst into tears because I couldn't believe it.
I mean, listen, based off the information that we just got here, I mean, by definition here, if you were ordered to leave the United States of America in 2015, you proceeded not to leave in 2015. You stayed for another 10 years. Yeah, you got your degree. You thought you could basically fly around because obviously no other president before Trump was basically trying to, actually do anything about the deportation orders, let's say. And then you got caught. Listen, you had 10 years of being in here in a very illicit manner. Let's say that there, guys. Of course, you were going to be found. You were going to be removed by default because, again, you had a deportation order.
Out there, I burst into tears because I couldn't believe it.
Let's break this down like adults. She came here illegally.
Yeah.
A judge ordered her removed in 2015, 10 years ago. And instead of leaving, she just stayed, used our public education system, then went to college.
An ICE spokesperson telling ABC News an immigration judge ordered Ani be removed from the country over 10 years ago when she was a child, and her deportation was justified because she, quote, has illegally stayed in the country since.
And when ICE finally enforces the law 10 years late, suddenly the media is crying, oh no, she was living the American dream. Sorry, I didn't realize the American dream meant breaking the law for 10 years without consequence. The same people who scream no one is above the law are now furious that the law was enforced. Imagine that.
They say
after
that,
her detention, a federal judge ordering the Trump administration not to transport Ani out of state or the country. But despite that order, Ani was then flown to Texas and later deported to her native Honduras.
In what universe do you get a deportation order, ignore it for 10 years, and then blame the country that let you stay a decade longer than it should have?
This one, like this exact universe. Yeah, I mean, you're right here. Trump was definitely in office within these last 10 years, et cetera, right? But if you look at the overall policy specifically that he was looking to do here, I'm not sure he was specifically pushing for the concept of deep ICE type of movement, at least before here. So yeah, could he be at fault specifically for that one? Yes, and so could all the other presidents. But within that time frame, there were definitely more people on the left in office than the right.
The real scandal isn't that she was deported. The scandal is that it took 10 years to do it. 10 years
there are a lot of people
ignoring
also,
a final removal order, and the left still acts like she deserved more time, more chances, more excuses. Yes, this was cruel. Cruel to all legal American citizens who suffer the consequences of this crap.
Previously, federal judges have rebuked the Trump administration for appearing to disregard court orders related to deportations. This morning, we asked Ani's message to President Trump.
He said that he was going to get criminals. Then why is he doing that?
Because you have a deportation order. Let's look at that specifically as a warrant for your deportation. You, by default, are breaking the law by maintaining, residency specifically in the United States of America after the United States of America has dictated that you are no longer to be in the country. Yeah, so by default, you are what? A criminal. But either way.
People like me who are in college, doing their dreams.
Criminals go to college.
Having an education. Why are he doing this to us?
10 years in American public education and a year in college, and she can hardly formulate a coherent sentence in English. It's not Americans' jobs to fund random Honduras illegals' dreams and education. This is such a non-argument, I can't believe this was aired on national television.
I mean, it's on ABC.
We've repeatedly asked the Department of Homeland Security why Ani was deported even after a judge ordered that she not be moved. And they haven't responded to that question. Robert.
No response at all?
What's your response for why she was allowed to stay for 10 years illegally, despite a judge's order for deportation in 2015? Why do you only care about the corrupt leftist judges rather than the ones who actually uphold the law? This was a 10-year overdue correction to a system that's too soft, too slow, and too broken to enforce its own laws. So spare me the tears, spare me the headlines, spare me the American dream narratives. You live here illegally for a decade after a removal order. You don't get to play victim. You get removed. End of story. If you're tired of these woke lies and propaganda, then...
Whoa. Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have said it the way that this, this AI bot for the most part just said that there, guys. I wouldn't have said it with that level of, wow. Let's say this here. But just understand, it's not wrong here, guys. Right? Like, why are you so shocked that you were told to leave? You never left. Okay. And now you're getting you're being faced with accountability, but it definitely seems, again, I want to keep pointing out here, the left, basically, a lot of the times at least, really runs from the concept of any form of accountability. It seems like whenever accountability is kind of in the room, there's always some type of like massive pushback or some random irrelevant emotional response that really has no actual value to the actual argument, let's say this year. But that's just kind of the vibe I generally get from it here. And it's unfortunate. It would be great that we could focus on legitimately the laws of our country and kind of maintaining them as something that we should all aspire to basically, have and deal with successfully. I get it. She came as a child. She was told to leave. She didn't leave. And this is it, right? It is what it is here, guys. It is what it is.
Guys, do you want to watch movies with me? I never actually thought to like promote it over here, guys. But if you guys do want to watch it, guys, we have hundreds of movies. And I mean hundreds of movies that we've reacted to. You guys can come watch them with me if you want to, along with, many TV shows. Currently, we're working on the show Dexter, along with Vikings. And we have a lot of series that are already completed. But if you guys do want to watch it with me, the link is in the description. Everything's available at the second tier. But of course, if that's not your thing, guys, don't worry, right? Listen, like and subscribe.